Hi everyone, my name is Cassie and welcome to my channel, Bookish 4 Eyes. It has been a few years since I posted my last video, so thank you so much to anyone who's still here watching it. I really appreciate it. I know I took an unexpected, super long hiatus, and honestly, I've been thinking about getting back to BookTube for a while now, but honestly, it was like one thing after another, and I just, for some reason, never got a chance to get back up and running with it. And now it's a new year and I thought, okay, I could finally try to get back into BookTube and maybe commit to posting one video a week, and that way I'll still be engaged with the BookTube community while also having time to read the books. I haven't read too many books in the last couple of years, and I think maybe I'll do a video talking about the maybe best and the worst books that I've read during the time frame that I didn't get a chance to talk about earlier. But I'm really excited to be back. Thank you again if you're still watching. I really appreciate it, and I promise I will still read the kind of books that I read before: thrillers, adult fiction novels, not a lot of romance, not really any YA, and some classics as well. So stick around. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get back into this video though. I'm trying to get my setup here organized a little better. I don't know if this is where I'll film all the time, but for now I think this is going to work just fine. I read 2 books last month and they were pretty good reads. The first one was Dominicana by Angie Cruz, and I really liked that one. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and it was a very good read. This book is about a 15-year-old girl who has to marry a man who's twice her age in order to provide a better life for her family. Essentially, she has to marry this man that her family knows and move to New York City with him from Dominican Republic in order to then be able to sponsor the rest of her family to move there with them. So she's taking the step to provide a better life for her family, and with that being said, she does not love this man. He does not really love her, and they just have a very tough relationship, and throughout the whole thing it's kind of painful to read and painful to think about, but she's willing to put up with all of these things in order to help out her family, who from this book doesn't seem like they really appreciate what she's doing for them, which, you know, was really painful as well. She also gets into some adventures there along the way. She tries to start her own business. She tries to make friends. This was an awesome read. Please let me know if you've read this one and what you thought of it, and also if there's any similar books that you've enjoyed. This is my first book by this author, and I will definitely be looking out for any more that she has. The second book that I read is called Evening by Nessa Rappaport. I hope that's how you say her name properly. This book I didn't quite enjoy. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It was a decent read, but I did not love it like I thought I would. This is about a family, and there's 2 sisters there. One of the sisters has passed away, and the family is sitting Shiva for her. And the book takes place over the course of those few days that the family is all together, and you kind of get to know the family dynamics, you get to know the sisters a little bit better, and you kind of understand their relationship, and you get to know some of the issues that were hidden initially when you first were introduced to those characters. My biggest problems with this book were, one, the fact that you don't really get to know the characters as much as you would hope to. The 2 sisters and their relationship, you're sensing that there's some competition there. They were close, but there was also some things that maybe they didn't get along with in some sense, and you just don't, as a reader, really get to dig deeper and to find out what the root cause of that was. You don't really get to know their family dynamic with their parents. Their parents are divorced, you get to know that, but there's not really much to get a good sense of what their family was like before their parents got divorced, and just overall it seems very disjointed, and each chapter is kind of has a little different spin to it, and to me that just kind of lost in the end. I wasn't as engaged as I would have liked to be. In the end, you do find out like this big bombshell about the sister who has passed away, and this takes her living sister by surprise, and I guess the reader as well, and I was surprised, but I wish there was more build up, because even though it was a pretty big secret that was revealed, I I wasn't as invested as I would have been had I been more engaged throughout the book. And unfortunately, even though this was a short book, it just didn't really get that excitement building up for me because I never really got to know the characters. So that's my biggest gripe with this book. So these are the 2 books that I read in the month of January. I'm currently reading 2 books. I'm reading one and listening to the other. I'm really trying to get into audiobooks. If you've seen my channel before, you will know that I've struggled with audiobooks. There was never really a format that I enjoyed. However, I'm currently listening to Becoming by Michelle Obama, and that's been an awesome book. She's narrating it, and it's just been a great read. So I have faith that I am able to get into audiobooks after all, and I think that would really help me read more books overall. So I'm really excited for that. If you have any good book recommendations for audiobooks, please let me know. I think the person reading the book, I think, makes a huge difference. So maybe if it's someone who's a better narrator, that might make a difference. Let me know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you read either one of these books, and also if you're reading anything spectacular otherwise. I'd be happy to hear about it and hopefully add something to my TBR list. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.